He's on the news.
Yes.
Hi guys, good evening and welcome. Welcome to this week's live, our little chats and catch-ups on a Thursday. I'm looking very small. My chair must be lower than yours. But yeah, how's everybody doing? How is life with everybody? Very, very, very foggy out today. I'm very warm last night. Couldn't sleep last night.
No, Anastasia went down to walk on the beach. She got lost. She had to ring her fiance to come down. He had to wear a high-vis vest so she could see him.
Yeah, very, very thick fog tonight. And I think it's the heat rolling in from the sea. It's just bringing the fog in and it's really, really thick. So, have you been up to anything?
Me? Hung out with a friend. And then...
a friend. Sounds funny.
It does.
Friend.
I went down to Dublin for that, and then I stopped on Abbey Street. I was telling Mum there's like a whole shop that just sells drinks, but not like alcoholic ones, like the big cans of like green tea.
Yeah,
it's very good.
I'll have to go find it next time we're in Dublin. So yeah, a friend of mine moved into their apartment. So what was I doing? Polybonding,
painting
floors, polybonding,
everything.
Yeah, it was a bit. I built a couch. So yeah, it's a bit bizarre.
Because the other person broke the couch first.
Yeah, they're just big-handed klutzes. So it was quite funny because I came home quite late. I'm very tired. I haven't done that much physical work, as in painting and building and doing all stuff like that. I just haven't done it in years. So I was knackered today, and then I couldn't sleep because the heat. It was just crazy heat, wasn't it?
Yeah. Mad heat.
So yeah, so this weekend we are going down. Well, I'm going down with the kids to Galway.
Yes, I am.
Collecting Kerry's staying.
I'm staying because I'm not sure. Oh, that's the other thing. On Monday, I will be starting my job.
Yeah, she starts Monday. But the kids, I'm bringing the kids down to Ballybrit Racecourse. They're going to get their second vaccine. So yeah, so everything is coming together. Mum's coming up with me then. She's going to stay a week, and then the following week I'm going to bring her back down. So hi Sarah, Siobhan, Sinead. Oh, the S's are in tonight.
Yes.
So yeah, what else has been happening? You've got your specialist appointment on
the 16th.
16th, which is next Thursday.
We have to be up.
Oh, next Thursday. Hello, Siobhan Pet.
So
yeah, and
we're up obnoxiously early for that.
Yeah, she's to be at the hospital for 8 o'clock.
Not the best thing in the world.
Thanks, Sarah. You're lucky. Sarah said congratulations.
Thank you.
So she's going back in. She got a job in nursing home.
In a nursing home, but they're much more
organised.
I don't know if it's organised or if it's just like they're better at executing things. But they have me in for a full day, which probably means I'm going to do all the training that day.
Which is good though, because it gets it out of the way and it gets you back into it.
When I was in Moore Hall, they were talking about ski sheets or something, right, which are like evacuation sheets. And they just pulled a random care assistant, not a manager, not anyone who is, able to give that, and just pulled them off the floor from a different house and like, can you show them how to do the ski sheets?
Yeah,
it was just very last minute.
I mean, you'd be fine. You do the training, see how you get on.
But I've more hours after that. That's the funny thing.
The house I was helping to get ready had no flooring in it, so it was concrete floors. So as we were working the polybond onto the floor, all the dust was getting kicked up, even though we'd already hoovered it. So I'm covered in dust. Even after washing your hair, you can still feel it in it. Hi, Mom. So yeah, so that's what's been happening. So we've all been just moseying along, haven't we?
Yeah.
I know. Siobhan, I'm just glad I'm not living there because I couldn't do it. And I felt sorry for them because they moved in and there was no floors in it. Fair enough. Okay. Can live with that. No white goods in it. Fine. no, nothing. Not even like the only thing that was in it was a shower. But yeah, just it was crazy. My heart broke because they're going to be, and I mean, there's a 6-year-old child in it, and they're going to be just licking dust from everywhere, like. And they're not exactly, you can't very well say to them, don't sit on the floor or don't.
Yeah, it's
That's why they were trying to polybond
not even
it last night.
student dorms come back there.
No. And they were trying to polybond them last night. That's why I was out helping. And Jesus wept. Rolling the polybond on, and it takes 4 hours to dry. And they're trying to get it done before 6-year-old wakes back up. It's just crazy, like. So yeah, so that's what we've been at.
What else?
What else has been going on?
I think the biggest thing coming up is my hospital appointment. I think that's the only big thing that we have, really.
Yeah, I think so.
Because that's my first consult with the specialist. After that, it seems Hayley.
Hey, Peggy. Excuse me. Just came in for a minute. No problem, Peggy. Hayley got on okay in her leaving cert. She passed everything. She did okay.
Yeah.
But the point she got no offer.
I'm not going to lie.
Even though the courses she applied for were less than she got. Last year. They've gone up so much this year. She got offered.
There was a girl I was watching on TikTok, and she was literally crying on TikTok, and she said, I scored, I think it was like 570 in the leaving cert. She still missed her first option, which went up, I think it was like veterinary medicine, and normally it's around like the 550 mark. So she thought I'd got it well in the bag. No, it went up to 610.
Yeah.
Completely missed it.
Oh, Peggy, I'm so sorry to hear that. My condolence, love. Sorry, Siobhan.
We did find a loop.
We're not a loop.
It's not a loop.
But what she'd done is she'd applied for, I don't know if any of us are all technical, but I didn't know about any of this, right? So she applied for level 8s and she hadn't applied for level 6s or 7s. So, but once the first round offers come out, you can go in and amend your choices to include 6s
more
and 7s
or less or
as well, and you can move them all around.
Your thing is.
So God love her. It was panic mode, but not panic mode as in, oh my God. Everything went up. I think they said on average 24%. So she then obviously had to look at 6s and 7s.
And what's really funny about this is people who did get they estimate themselves for like a H1, H2 in most subjects, and they get that. They're still missing out on their offers. It's crazy.
I actually heard a girl who did all honours and got, now she didn't get the highest honours, but she got honours in honours papers. I mean, hats off, I could never do it. She got offered her 8th thing on the list, even though she'd for me, I'd class them as huge points.
I know there was a girl who smashed the HPAT. She did everything. She passed everything with flying colours, and they said, sorry, we cannot offer you your first offer of medicine, but we can offer you. So I don't know if anyone knows this, when you apply for medicine, you can do an extra year, which is called foundation entry, which is say you did like your HPAT or you didn't do your HPAT. You can do this foundation year and it bunks up your score for the following year, so you can go in.
Sorry, Peggy, I'm just reading there as you're chatting there, and oh my God, that's shocking. And you're only 41, that's shocking. A distraction. Well, here, Peggy, I'll give you a big blah, 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 blah. Oh, sorry, Kerry, my apologies. Keep talking.
So basically then when you do the foundation year, it's not as strict, like the entry points. So say for medicine, it's like 620, 640. This might be around 580, 590, because the foundation year is included. So instead of doing 5 years, you do 6.
Oh, okay.
She only got offered foundation entry. And she said, I passed my HPAT. She's like, I did everything I was supposed to do, and I still missed it.
Excuse me. No, it is. The points are gone crazy, and I think, I don't mean this in a disrespectful way to any of the kids who've done their leaving certs, because they have done it through a pandemic, and that was being so tough. But I think they're also, with the scores, they're overcompensating them for that, which is forcing the points up. I'm not saying they don't deserve them. I'm just saying it's forcing the points up. And I think that's shocking. And there's an awful lot of kids. I mean, the amount of kids listening to the radio that are just heartbroken. And you'd love to say to them, look.
And this is what I don't understand is how are the courses full? Like, if so many people are not getting what, like, how are you still
I think it's
full?
because of the pandemic. More people are going back and going, actually, do you know what? I don't want to do this job. And an awful lot of people are retraining.
I know if you do a PLC and you try to enter into, say, like I've done mine in healthcare. If I go on to try and be a nurse, there's only 5 universities that will offer me a place. But out of that course, there's only 2 seats.
Yeah.
So
like, this is the problem.
It's
I don't know. I really don't. Sinead's little one has croup. Haven't heard of someone having croup in years. No, I haven't heard of it. Oh, here's Sharon. Sharon, good evening, pet. Every time I come on, I don't see your name come up. I go, Sharon must be in bed. That's all I ever think of when I see how are you getting on with the kids and all back in school. Sarah, want to hear about the holiday, don't we?
Yes, we do.
We want to hear about the holiday. So, kids, I have a question for you.
That's always dangerous.
No, I was thinking about this today.
Why?
I was thinking about it yesterday, actually.
Why?
Why was I thinking about it?
Why do you think?
Why do I think? I think, therefore, I am. Very deep. Anyway, here's one for you, right? So, all right, it's a dating relating question. So you can all get your dating advice hats on except you. Don't want to hear what you have to say.
Nobody likes what I have to say because my answers are always...
Anyway, so thing is, right, this is what I was thinking. I was married for 18 years with the fella 20 years. I have been a mum for 22 years. I have been a wife
For 22 years.
for 20 years, we'll say 20 years. The last time I dated, I was 19, 20. How I can't remember what it was like to date. Like, that sounds daft, but I seem to have been.
Remember it, yeah.
But I seem to have been my whole life a wife and a mother. And now I'm going back dating. I don't know how to switch the hat. I don't know how not to be
the mother
or the wife. And I just end up going, I fucking can't do this.
I'm the wrong person to ask, really.
No, but that's just my thing. It was just...
I don't know, like, I mean, for... I don't know, like, I find it kind of weird dating again, like, after I broke up. Because it's kind of like, okay, now what? And, like, it does take you a while, but, like, I just do the whole...
I was just thinking that, how do you not come across as mum? Or you hear these people and they go, don't give wifey benefits out dating.
Do whatever the fuck.
And I'm going,
happy.
I actually cannot remember. I actually can't. I've
only
in my whole of my adult life, I've only ever been a wife and a mum. Not only ever been. Right? That sounds terrible. That because I haven't obviously worked and
this whole thing of like wifey things. I mean, to me, it sounds very much like I know you're committed to someone, but don't be. Like I know you're going to cook dinner for someone, but don't. Like it's taking the niceness out of relationships. Not says like I don't know anyone who like. I mean, if you're dating someone and like it's quite serious or whatever. And they're like, oh, but you shouldn't be giving like husband benefits. What are husband benefits? What is the difference? There is no difference. That's the thing, though. They're trying to say,
but what I'm saying is, right, obviously, I've been seeing a guy.
Yes, continue. Keep going. Don't mention.
I'm not. But it was like, geez, my boyfriend, girlfriend, I don't know what the fuck you call her. But it's
her
like
partner.
My partner. Jeez, no, he's not my partner. Is he? I don't know. See,
that's the term.
Sorry, Chloe, I'm reading your answer because this is what I'm just struggling. I just don't know what is expected, what's not expected. No,
you shouldn't have to them.
I mean, but it's just like it's so bloody confusing.
Like I remember people saying to me, like, "Oh, you're such like a wifey and all this." Everyone, like, what does that mean? Do you want like? But it depends on the person. Like, some people might be completely okay with that and just be like, that's just what you do in relationships. You both take everything 50-50. But there's this thing at the moment where it's like, oh, well, he should be doing this and she should be doing that. And they're trying to like pull it back to like really old ways in the modern world, which is not.
Don't get me wrong. I mean,
fair.
We get on quite well. Obviously, we get on well. But like, we've had so much shit thrown at us.
Yeah, but this
in
is
the first 4 weeks, the things that you don't cope with normally, or it comes later down the line.
I find when people say to me like, "Oh, don't do like wifey things," it's kind of a bit redundant because it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no, I was just wondering because like, I'm just like I think because it's just like meeting male friends, you don't need to be everything for him. Like, yeah, it's just funny. It's just I don't know. As I said, Chloe, I was always a wife and a mum. Okay, I worked and stuff, but for like from 20 up, I've never known anything different. And I know myself, I do tend to take charge of a situation. I can't do this hemming and hawing and flopping around. Like, I just can't do that. So it's just
yeah,
it's just weird.
I think like. See, my interpretation of it was always this thing of not to give too much in a relationship, but at the same time, like, that's not going to work for everybody. Like, if I'm in a relationship, I like to go the full mile, you know? That being said, I still like to focus on my own stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, I will still do things that make me happy, which is, at the moment, baking.
Yeah, you bake some lovely cakes. Yeah, it's just I have no expectations. I don't feel like you have to feel like you need.
This, do you know what really does my head in with dating? I expect my girlfriend to be like. This is what I expect our relationship to be like. I expect XYZ. This is my expectation for a 5-year relationship. That's not how that works.
No.
I like to go in with nothing and build.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying that. It's just
have you seen the way I actually was my age? Oh my fucking God.
Well, I was just sitting there and I was thinking, and we were talking, and it was just.
Speaking of dating, where I came down to Mum and I sat down on the chair and I went, Mum, you have to listen to this. This is weird. Basically, I was talking to this guy and we were like kind of backwards talking, but he's a industrial artificial intelligence researcher.
This twat.
He is a twat. Make no mistakes. He looks like a posh version of an asshole. So we're talking or whatever, and he's like, I think you're confused. Because what I mean is AI is assigning software to do human tasks. And I said, I know. And he goes, well, it's an easy mistake if you're dyslexic. I'm not. And then I unmatched him.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Sorry, I've
just never been accused of being dyslexic.
Oh, it's time to get lost. Yeah, no, I mean, it's fine. We get on fine, but we were only talking about, and I was saying to him, like, I don't know the expectation of a girlfriend or like what. I've never just been a girlfriend to someone. I suppose be the
there's
word.
Not that much.
It was just really funny. It was just a conversation we were ended up having, and I'll give you a laugh. Our first date. So this is how we start. Like on our first date, when I went out with him, I threw a drink over him by pure accident. Met him and ordered a drink, and the drink arrived. I went to put it on the table. You know, the waitress handed it to you, and threw it all over him, his phone, all down the front of his tray, everywhere. And I just thought, oh, I just want to die. I just wanted the ground to open up. But it actually was funny because it was quite funny, like afterwards, obviously. And I remember saying to him, like, oh, if I could have the ground could have opened up and swallowed me, I would have quite happily crawled into it. Like,
I've heard of.
And I said to him, what did he think? Because in fairness, it was a good way of seeing someone's reaction. And he just said to me, he said, thanks be to God, she's as nervous as I am. But if he would have done that to me, I think I would have cried.
I've literally heard of girls going on like nights out with like the guy that they're like just going out for a date with, have literally like vomited all over them. One girl got a nosebleed, she hit her head, and she got a nosebleed. Another girl hit him in the nose. she was dancing or something, and she actually managed to whack his nose.
I hadn't actually even
And
sat
then
down.
they're now in 5, 6, 7-year relationships.
It was just funny. I hadn't even sat down, and I took the drink off the girl, and I went to put it down so I could take off my jacket. And I put it down, and it promptly went everywhere. I was just like, yeah, Chloe, thank you. Yeah, so that's how we started. Then there was a couple, we went out the next time. What happened? I can't remember what happened. But there was, there's always, not that there's always been a drama, there hasn't always been drama, but there's always been something where you go, guys, just give me a break, like, just.
But I think, like, especially nowadays.
That's it, Sharon. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's it, Sharon. He actually, in fairness to him, I died. I absolutely died. I could have just swallowed into the ground. I would have been quite happy. And he just turned around to me and he just went, it's okay. He said, it's fine. The girl came out. Obviously, she handed us the drink. She brought out towels and stuff. The only thing I was worried about was, and this sounds so stupid, I didn't care about his trousers and stuff. It fell all over his phone. Like, all over his phone. And I was just sat there thinking, I've met this guy on a first date and I'm going to end up having to buy him a new bloody phone. Like, but he was just like, no, it's cool. Don't worry about it. You know? But yeah. Yeah, he's yeah, ma'am, don't even. And then, I'm not even, no, let's not go there, ma'am.
Mm.
But it was actually funny because, like, we've had loads of different stuff come up, and things that you'd expect further down the line have come up really fast, and it's the two of us have sat there going, what the fuck, like.
Yeah. I think the other thing as well is, like, nowadays it's just like this weird thing, right, where it's now like guys are expected to pay on dates, which, like, I don't disagree with. However, if I say to someone, hey, do you want to go for dinner? I pay. I invited you out. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's my invitation.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't know. And then, like, I heard, like, different girls, like, they talk about different things, and don't get me wrong, but a lot of the time I'm like, do you just lack compassion?
Yeah.
Like, or empathy? Stuff like that. Like, it's just really kind of like.
Yeah, no, I mean, the other day we went to see pictures. What should we go see? Oh, Joe went to see Candyman. I was just like, that's it. He's actually going through a crap load of stuff as well. It was just funny. It was like as if we were, excuse me, I was at a camp place, and I was doing fine, and then stuff started happening, and in the middle of it all, and normally when stuff like that goes on, I just turn around to, if I'm talking to people, I just go, look, I can't, I have stuff coming up. He got loads of crap happen to him, and the other night we were I had to move stuff for him, and it was just panic. Normally I would never, not that I wouldn't go out of my way, that sounds wrong, but I've known this guy about a month ish.
Over a month, like,
and it's just, this is just crazy, like, the stuff that's going on, but it needs doing, and it has to be done, and we're sort of doing it, and it's like two of us sat there looking at each other last night going, this is daft, this is stuff people don't deal with, like.
Yeah. Do you know what I find really funny? You know when people are like, oh, I get dressed up for dates, I'm like, can I just go somewhere where I can wear, like, tracksuit bottoms and a t-shirt, please? Like, just somewhere that's, like, so much more casual.
No.
I'm sick of sitting in jeans and dresses and crap, like.
Well, the other night we went to Candyman. To go back to your point about paying, I mean, I'm not into people paying. He bought the tickets and stuff, and I bought the treats. I think it's fair that way, like, you know. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Now, if I was going out for a drink with him, or he asked me for a meal,
yeah, like,
he probably would pay, but he would be also in his late 40s, so he would be quite, I've asked you out, so I'm paying. Like, he would be more old-fashioned. He is, well, early 40s, but mid-40s.
You're mid-40.
Yeah, he's mid-40.
Is he?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Oh, shut up. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, no, I find, like, nowadays, like, and maybe this is just me, but, like, there's this big expectation on relationships to, like, last a really long time. I don't know. It's either like, oh, I like only date for like a couple of months, like say 4 to 6 months, or they're like dating for like years and they hate each other.
It's actually funny. We've had so much stuff going on. We were already saying there last night that we're actually going to get to the stage where we're going to date, because everything, like the first night, drinks everywhere.
Yeah.
We spent the whole night mopping it up and getting over that.
Mm.
The next time was
his ex.
Just loads of just stuff.
Oh, by the way, guys, Mercury Retrograde coming at the end of September. Expect exes to come back into your life. It's been forecast.
No, thanks.
So we're in the shadow period at the moment, and it's in Libra. So it's like something to do with like exes returning, old flames returning, different things returning. So yes.
No, thanks.
Doesn't really matter. The universe is going to bring them back anyway.
Oh, cool.
It's just you have to be ready to deal with it.
Okay.
But yeah, so I don't know. I really
so
don't.
yes,
And,
that's what's. Sorry.
No, I just think the dating world has gone so fucking weird. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm older now and I don't really, like, I don't give that much of a shit. Oh my god.
You're so much older.
No, but like, as in, like, when you're dating when you're a teenager versus like an adult.
Yes, I mean, I can't even remember.
People's shit. I'm just sitting there going, great.
You'll always be at home.
So I just go on dates, and I think I'm more interested on the free drink end, or like the free food. If people invite me out, I kind of expect them to pay. Like, it's their invitation to me.
Yeah, no, whatever works for you and whatever you want.
Yeah, so
you know.
I don't know. I kind of go on who invites who and work on that principle. But yeah, so dating for me has been interesting. I was I don't know, just like it's different, like people, I suppose. Like people, one of them found my Facebook and started messaging me through there, which is really odd because my last name and nothing is up there, not even my middle name. Like nothing is on there. So I was really just like, oh, you're a creep. So I had to block them. It's kind of disappointing though when you have to block someone and be like, oh, you're a real disappointment.
Yeah. What do they say? You've got to kiss a lot of frogs to find a prince.
I'm not even kissing them. That's the hard part.
You know.
So I have a date on Saturday at 7:30. That's going to be interesting. I was told by one guy that he does not like tattoos in girls, and I said, okay, what do you want me to do about it?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. But yeah, so that's where we're at. I thought I'd just update, just because you all took a very keen interest in me poor old dating. I got fed up. I did get fed up for a while, didn't I?
I am fed up all the time. What is it?
Yeah. So I just thought I'd update that. Now I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know how it's going to work out. I don't know how I'm. Yeah, I'm not seeing him for a couple of weeks, but I like that. It's actually funny. I'm not seeing him for a couple of weeks, and like there's no expectation. There's just like no expectation. I've always done 50-50 until it's more serious. Well, when we went out for the drink first, he actually bought all the drinks. I say all the drinks. I was drinking Heineken Zero. I think I had 2, not including the one that was knocked over. But no, I mean, as I say, he gets paid twice. He gets paid twice a month. I only ever get money once a month. So he would have it more frequently, but and sometimes it works out that it's just like, do you want to go to the pictures? Okay, well, you do this and I'll do that, and it just works out that way. And it's easier, and there's no I think Chloe said there's no expectation. Now, Chloe, here's one for you, sweetheart. You said you expect 50-50 until it gets more serious. How do you know when it gets more serious?
Well, normally there's a bigger commitment involved.
But like, how does that conversation come up?
No, it's not that it gets more serious. So what happens is if you're dating someone, like the first 4 to 6 months is just kind of like play away. You're kind of still getting to know each other, whatever. Kind of past the 6-8 month mark. I think people say it's like 8 months. If you're like your relationship goes over 8 months and you haven't broken up once and gotten back together, it's a serious commitment relationship.
It's a lot of rules.
It's not. It's psychology.
Okay.
It's not. It's just as your relationship goes. Like you cannot be in a 2-year relationship and it not be serious, like serious black.
Thank you, Siobhan. Yeah, Siobhan. Orla, all this advice from everybody is great, but at the end of the day, the person you're with, you are his wife, mother, daughter, friend, taxi driver, nurse. Thank you, taxi driver. I'm glad you acknowledged that. I was playing taxi driver for the last 2 days.
Hello.
And all that was made you into who you are. Listen to your gut. Yeah, Siobhan, I mean, I would be big into, would take my instinct very strong.
Yeah, I do too.
He's nice and we get on fine. He's the type that sort of, how would you say this? It sort of was very comfortable, very quick. There was no nerves. There was like, you'd asked me how I felt when I went on my date. When I came home that night, she was like, so how did you feel with any weird feelings or anything? And I said, it actually was funny. It felt secure. It felt safe.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying like, oh, he made me feel safe because he was macho man. Like, it was just, you know, when you're with someone and you just feel, I'm safe. It's safe. He makes me feel safe. Yeah. You know, that's the feeling.
My thing is, if you get that knot in your feeling, and normally you can tell way far in advance, it's like a knot, but it's like a knot being pulled in your stomach. And if you kind of get like I call it like a gut feeling.
It is such a
or
gut feeling.
Any feeling in the gut area, then yeah, it's probably a bad sign, and you should probably not do it. And you.
Oh, okay. I'm just reading what Sharon wrote.
Yeah. You didn't say hi to David, maybe.
Oh, hi. Hello, David.
So yeah, like I go by gut instinct. So like if I'm meeting up with someone, or even if I'm talking to them through text, I normally get the feeling pretty quickly, where like I feel like it's a tug, like this is not going the way you want it to go, so you better back the fuck. So,
Sarah, I'm going to be very, very, very cynical. I believe in love between a mother and a child, or a child and a mother, or a child and a father, child and parents, whatever. I believe you get comfortable with someone. I believe you trust them. I believe there's stuff like that. I don't believe in love. I don't know what love is. That sounds terrible. I don't know.
What's on yours?
Nothing. My teeth.
No, look back.
My teeth.
No, here. Smile.
Mm.
Mom, stop. Smile.
I can't help that. Anyway, sorry. Yeah. So yeah. When the honeymoon period is over, we actually didn't really get the honeymoon. We haven't got to the honeymoon period yet because so much has been going on with. We haven't really. We've had things where like we'd arranged to meet up obviously, and things would happen where it'd be like, I need to do this, and we've had to go into to drive to get carry on. I'm not going into detail, and it's not that I'm going into detail. It's just
and carry.
No, I said I told you what the story is, and there's been no there's really been no honeymoon where we've actually had time.
Because exactly
just to spend time together. There's always been something else going on, like but I actually think it's actually funny. We've weathered more they haven't been storms, but we've weathered more things that have probably given both of us the chance to go, look, too much drama or too much going on, and walk away. And both of us just gone, okay, knuckle down, let's get through it.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of the same. Like, I don't believe you can fall in love with someone at first sight.
No.
And I don't believe that. I feel you can love someone unconditionally. But I don't believe it's like an instant, oh my God, when I saw you, you were just amazing. Like, no, you don't know that person. But yeah, other than that, it's been fairly, I don't know, we shall see.
Chloe, very funny. Yeah, I believe that as well. And I actually think if you message someone enough and it doesn't go down, obviously, distinctive routes, you know where that's not the focus of it all. I agree with you totally there. You know? Yeah, I do. I like Chloe's point. She says, I think you can tell when a man once over messages, if it's love or just sex, once you have the situation. And it is, yeah, Sarah, I believe in lust. I believe lust is a big thing. You meet someone, you want that instant bang. But Jesus,
my fucking ear, lady.
Sorry, you have to wake up the next morning. You have to have a conversation.
I don't need to be deaf the next fucking morning.
Okay. Yeah, lust is there. Lust is that bang, that bah. Yeah, I want, but you know, what are you going to do for the next 23 hours of the day? But yeah, so that's the update.
Yeah.
Siobhan.
She was shouting in my ear.
Mustard on the tongue, I think, or soap down the wash
You don't know. You don't know what I can do.
So yeah, so that's the story. But so that's where I am at the moment. It's a bit all over the place, but not all over the place. It makes sense to me, if you know what I mean. Message a man for a week or so, and if he doesn't talk dirty stuff and actually cares. Now, funny you say that, Chloe, because I was talking to a guy before, and like that, it was very good. There was no sort of smut in it. And yet, when we spoke, he didn't remember what I'd said. Like, if there was something important coming up, he couldn't remember. So he actually, even though he wasn't smutty, he still had no interest. Mm-hmm. Like, there was no, he didn't care. Like, not that he didn't care, but he had no interest in anything. So obviously that he was just someone to pass the time talking to, you know. Thanks, Sarah. Sarah, I missed what you said about, it was up here, hang on, about the holiday. Let me reverse, so up the thing. I know she said Blue Lagoon. I saw Blue Lagoon pop up and I went, oh, that's the holiday. It was brilliant. Blue Lagoon, Turkey, recommended, scenery, ambience, everything, something for everybody. Brilliant. Sarah, I'm glad. Are you recharged now? The battery's all recharged and ready to take on the winter here. Yeah, that's it, Chloe. Probably talking to Maury, and I had to keep it very general because he didn't know who was saying what and what was saying who. Sinead, I will talk to you during the week, maybe on Instagram or whatever. I hope little Eva gets better soon. Sexting is texting about sex or sexual innuendos or stuff like that. But yeah, that's what it is. How does that work? Yes, Siobhan, explain to us all how that works.
Night, Sinead. What are we discussing?
Sexting.
Oh, sexting. It's like when you text out what you would like. Like, it's like role playing. It can go up that way.
Mm.
It's generally just like you talk, like, you know. I like to think of that Chris Brown song. I'm going to put you in 17 positions in 17 minutes. Get it dirty, babe. But honestly, though, if it's unwarranted,
if it's mutual, it's deadly. Yeah.
Yeah. If it's not, it's a bit weird and it's very creepy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You wouldn't really text your mother, actually. No. I think my mum will come out and get me the chancla.
Fair enough. Siobhan, you'll have to do an online course for us oldies. Stuff you wouldn't text your family. Very true. Very true. I tell him what I'm in and what I want. Oh, Siobhan. Then he does the same. Well, she said he does the dame. She must be getting a bit excited. Or maybe he's doing a dame. Oh, confused.com. But yeah, so anyone else, anything going on?
Yeah, you'll learn loads. It's hooshy-pooshy.
I enjoy hearing the woman's side of things on this topic.
Yeah, well, if you're a man, you want to
Don't ever accidentally sext the wrong person. So no, definitely not.
Did you see that girl on Twitter? She was like trying to
dressed as a dame.
I think it's, the Dowager Countess.
Oh,
what she says? What was it? It was something like, "Oh, I take it you've never been wrong." Well, I don't know the sensation, so I'm not familiar with it.
I saw that, yeah.
Me. That was very aggressive, me.
Siobhan getting frisky tonight. I tell you, Sarah, it's exciting to having you back. That's what it is.
There was
Poor girls all over the place.
There was a girl that was trying to sext her boyfriend with like some really not sexy photos, and she accidentally sent it to her professor, and he goes, "Come over now," and she got an A. It was like in chemistry or something. I was like, damn.
Not recommended. Yeah, so
do what you gotta do to pass.
Study. Like the rest of us.
Do you study on your knees? Because I don't.
It's not even funny.
I'm gonna joke.
That's a problem.
What? What'd you say? That's what?
I'm always frisky, but keep it. But I keep it.
Yeah, no,
Leave.
yeah. So Tinder's probably the worst of all apps. I'm not gonna lie. Tinder is
What is
just.
Tinder? Do people actually meet randomers? Yeah.
Yeah. Do you hear about that girl? She's from Dublin, and she met up with this guy on Tinder, and they went to a cafe, and she said about halfway through, "Oh, I don't feel very well. Do you mind just dropping me home?" She dropped her home or whatever, and she went upstairs, put her keys in a bowl, and then she went upstairs, and she's like, "Sorry, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Like, I'm really not well." So he was like, "All right, no bother." Left, and she woke up and she heard like a lot of stuff moving around downstairs.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, I don't know what that is." Went back to sleep, but woke up again. Came downstairs, and he was in her living room, had put plastic all over the furniture and floors, and was getting knives ready. So what happened was when he was asked to leave, he took her keys out of the bowl and left, and used her
Date
front.
raped?
No, she wasn't raped. She actually managed to get out.
No, but was it the date rape drug?
No, he was going to murder her. He had like a chainsaw or something. It was something like
Jesus
a chainsaw or like a hatchet or something. And she managed to get out of the house, and she ran into her neighbour, and her neighbour called the guards. The guards came. They managed to get him as well.
Jesus.
And he had drugged her. That's why she wasn't feeling well. He drugged her in the cafe.
Wow.
And then she wasn't feeling well, but he didn't do a high enough dosage to knock her out. Because you need her to be somewhat lucid getting home. So
That's scary.
Yeah, but he never redosed her. He never gave her any more. So
Never redosed her.
Sam,
She's not a cow.
Yeah, but she's being given fucking GHB, but she never got another
Enough. Yeah.
She never got another bit of it. So she basically, when she went upstairs to fall asleep, she was actually sleeping off the drug, and that's how she managed to get out.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It's scary. And then there's that one Bumble. Women have to make the first move.
Queen bees don't work. It's the workers that work.
But yeah, Tinder, I funny enough, I haven't gone on Tinder. I wouldn't go on Tinder, I don't think. No.
Been there, done that.
No.
And then again.
Yeah, you hear so many scary. Do you remember that girl in Tulla? She met up with a fellow off Tinder as well and got killed.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, yeah, no, it's too scary. Like,
there was another girl I was watching. I don't really know what happened, but she was at a cafe, and this was in the States, so it's a whole nother can of worms. But she was in the States, and this guy was going to drive to her house and collect her, and they were going to go on the date. And she's like, no, I have a car, it's fine.
I do.
If you don't mind meeting me at a cafe, or it could have been a restaurant. They were there anyway. And she goes, oh, I'm just going to the bathroom. And when she went into the bathroom, the bartender followed her to the bathroom and said, you need to go. I'll tell them you just got sick, but you need to go home. And she was like, why? He's like, he's been here with 5 other women, and none of them have been able to walk leaving the restaurant. The police know about him, but you need to go home now and lock your doors, or go to your mum's house or something.
Just go, yeah.
Yeah, he was later arrested for 5 rapes.
Jesus Christ. But before, and everyone on it just asked for sex and nudes. Yeah, that's the way the world's gone. Like, what's Bumble? Bumble's a dating app. But again, you match, you swipe one way or the other. But if you match with someone, you as the woman have to initiate the conversation. The men can't initiate the conversation. I don't know if it's any better. I think maybe it's easier to block Fairly easy to block on Bumble, isn't it? Oh, sorry, you've no idea. It's just, yeah. I need that with hookups and yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I said if this doesn't, if I after this, I'm just going to join. I'm going to take it forever sabbatical.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, in fairness, I was happy enough. There was things like that going to the pictures where I sort of, if my friends couldn't go, I sort of go, yeah, I'd love a bit of company, but there was never like, someone actually said to me, we were talking the other day, and I said to them, they were talking about IKEA, building IKEA furniture and stuff. I said, I don't need a man. I said, I can build, I can do all that. And they said, do you not need a man because you're independent, you're all this, or is it because you don't need a man because you've never been shown what a true man is? I thought,
don't worry, Hayley turned around to me the other day and told me I had daddy
blown
issues.
the bloody mind.
Speed dating, I don't think is a good idea. Ever.
Chloe said, on Bumble, you know there's the women. How does it work for same-sex relationships? No, Chloe, maybe. What about two gay men? None of them can speak. Maybe that's the best way to have a relationship. Nobody can speak. Like everything in life, relationships are hard work. Yeah, that's it. Like, and I think once you know that going into it and you're not expecting it just to be all, excuse me, I think if I was young again and expecting it to be bed of roses and you're told X, Y, and Z, when you know the reality is Z, P, W in any order you like. Do you know what I mean? I think and you need two people, I think, who've experienced that.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like nowadays, like, there's so much, like, expectations and shit. Like,
Siobhan, is there any speedy dating events? Valid question, Sarah. Siobhan, what are you doing in costume?
I also don't believe that's speed dating. I think that could be a kink-related event if you're in costume.
Brilliant, Chloe. No one ever. Nancy, you're back. Can you imagine? Oh, that would be funny. Two gay men. Who speaks first? He who identifies as feminine, I suppose.
No, just whoever swipes first.
In Bumble?
We just. But yeah.
Good point. What costume, Siobhan? I'm going as a nun. A nun?
A nun.
A nun where there's none wanted. I was watching the videos on YouTube and this woman lost all her life savings to her so-called boyfriend she met on Tinder. Oh, but at some point did they not go,
we heard about
why am I handing over money?
Well, no. But I know, I think it's like Colorado. This girl went on a date and, she was fine. They were like together for like 5 years. Turns out she was one of 7 and 5 of them were married to him.
Oh, wow.
I just never disclosed it.
Siobhan, I had to read your messages about 3 times till I sort of got it straight in my head.
But yeah.
We're doing fine, sweetheart. How are you? Did you ever see I Married the Waiter? No. I just did the one. I was fine. Maybe the day after, was I? The day or two after.
Because it's been so warm, there's a lot of pollen.
I'm missing something. If you're lonely and vulnerable, you'll go anything, including give them your money. Yeah, I suppose, Sharon. Yeah, I think it's unfortunate people like that don't have family or someone to step in and intervene.
It happens a lot with the elderly as well. There's loads of people at the moment in Northern Ireland who are being like scammed out of money, like the elderly. Like one woman walked into the credit union, withdrew 40,000 to give to this fella who was claiming to be her insurance broker.
Why would you need 40,000 off her?
Because he's a scammer. He's taking all our savings.
Yeah, I know, but Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just weird. Like, there's so much going on. I what you call it? I was actually in a funny position where someone I didn't know asked me for money, and I was like, no, I don't have it. I not that I would give it to them if I had it, but I didn't have it. But
Yeah.
oh, it's just I forget what now I was saying.
Yeah.
What was I saying? I can't remember. It's totally good. Anyway, yeah. So that's the crack. So on what you call it? So on Friday I'm going to get my mummy. She's coming up for a week, so we're hoping she's going to do the live with us on the Thursday, Mother's Year. People treat you the way you let them. Women need to have more respect for themselves. It was actually funny. Someone was saying that to me. Know your worth. And for ages, I could not get that into. Not that I couldn't get it into my head, but I was going, I don't understand what they mean. You know, it's one of those things where you sit there going, until you know what he means.
Yeah.
Then you get it. It's weird. You know? So any other news? Anyone got any plans? Anyone any COVID story?
No,
not COVID stories.
For my appointment on next Thursday, right? I was only looking at my paperwork. No, I say paperwork, letter. And in the letter, it basically said that I need to arrive, I think this was like 15 minutes early. And I was like, okay, to perform tests.
Really?
I'm thinking ultrasound.
No, the ultrasound has to be ordered by the doctor. And they usually do them with kidney specialists. But if they need, they'll check your, they will check your urine for blood and stuff. That's what they're looking for.
Anyway, but I have to do all that and stuff.
Treat them mean and keep them keen.
I don't like when people say that.
Why?
Why are you being mean to someone? To keep them interested. Who wants to be talked? If someone started treating me as nasty, I'd just up and leave.
Oh, well, I plan to be in the bank, post office, phone shop, and on the phone to gas, lecky, TV, and insurance to tell them they won't be getting paid next week because they got scammed. No, Siobhan! No.
Probably pregnancy tests.
Yeah, the basic test, that's it. I didn't want to say that because you freak out.
No, speaking of that, right, so when I was in the hospital, they actually didn't do a pregnancy test at any point. I was until day 3.
Kerry, you were too fast.
Are you too fast? No, are you too fast?
No, are you too fast?
No, I don't have to. Because obviously I was put, when I went to A&E and stuff, there was no record of a pregnancy test being done. So I had to do it 3 times, but I didn't know this. On top of that, when I was moved from A&E to the ward, a pregnancy test was never done, even though, I'm of childbearing age. The possibility of, and especially with so much pelvic pain, it should have been done. It wasn't done. They were giving me fucking painkillers and all this left, right, and centre. And I'm like, thank God I wasn't. Even still.
Siobhan, what happened? Tell us, what happened? I got scammed last year. I paid my car insurance, and the day after I paid my car insurance, my bank account was cleared out.
I missed a phone call from the UK, right? And I was like, okay, I don't know anyone in Liverpool, so I'm not going to answer it. But I listened to the voice message, and it goes, beep, beep, beep. This is just a test. This is just a test. Please proceed with caution during COVID-19.
Okay.
All right. I actually saved the message so I could play it back.
Siobhan, well, no idea, Sarah. The banks are looking to everything. They better do something, Siobhan. Oh, Siobhan, my bank, as I said to you, my bank account was cleared out, and it was cleared out by someone in America had rang Walmart in El Paso and had ordered curbside click and collect and paid by my card for about €500-600.
Yeah, and they bought a gun, didn't they?
They bought a gun. When I was admitted before, I had tests done every few hours as if it was going to change what's in an A&E. Chloe, What were you up to behind the curtains?
No, like I remember being attached to like the IV drip, and they're like, "No, you need to keep this on." And I was like, "All right," and they're like, "Yeah, because we're giving you fluids." Apparently, I was extremely dehydrated.
Oh, Siobhan. Oh, I actually got one today, I think, for DHL, saying your package is being held until you pay the customs and inside in blah, 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 import duty. Christmas and Halloween stuff out, tins of sweets. Saw them. Sarah was looking at them. I'm waiting for who had their line. Oh, where was I? Was somewhere, and they had the Halloween stuff, the skeletons and bits. But they actually had it. They must have been doing up the aisle because you couldn't go into it. There was crossed off, so you couldn't go into it. I haven't seen any Christmas stuff. I don't think. No, we didn't. I might actually. Mommy's up.
Brian Thomas has done.
Also, Brian Thomas always goes stupid early with their Christmas stuff.
Is kind of irrelevant, but I found the recipe to make the exact pumpkin spice syrup for Starbucks, and it works out if you make the syrup and you do it up in like one of those little squidgy bottles. It only works out at something like $10. That's what you pay for the whole coffee, like.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's it. I mean, I forever telling Mom and everybody, if you don't know, don't say anything, just, Yeah, Mom, you got a hell of a lot of them.
When I was in the hospital, I got a fierce increase in them. I was there, and the nurse comes around at like 5 o'clock in the morning, 5, 6 o'clock, and she my phone was going off, and she's like, "Who's ringing you?" I looked, and I was like, "I don't know the number," and she goes, "It's probably those scam calls."
Yeah, I got a load of them. I was told there was arrest warrants and everything out for me. I was getting all excited, get a little holiday away from the kids. Mm-hmm. No, turns out it was a scam. Anyone bobbing in apples and water and blindfolded apples on the string? The old games, tie the string to the ceiling and get them to try and bite the apple. Oh, Siobhan.
Anyone want to hear this?
Home store and more decorations are up to 24th. Is that for Halloween? I presume it's not for Christmas yet. Okay, I'm living for it. Am I the only one here that doesn't like Halloween?
Yeah.
I actually do not like Halloween. Conkers, you used to have to put your conkers in the oven, roast them.
I think you're the only one who associates it with like being scary and mean.
I don't like
there's
Halloween.
Such good fun you can have. You can make toffee apples.
Thank you, Siobhan. It's probably because of Siobhan I don't like Halloween.
Probably.
She probably dumped me head in a bucket of water or something. I'd rather Halloween than Christmas. Oh, Chloe. Oh, well, so is everyone to their own. I prefer Christmas over Halloween. I really love scary movies. I can't do scary movies. Well, I say, no, see, this is where I actually have learned a lot about myself. I always said I couldn't do horror movies, and it's not actually true. I can do horror movies. I can't do psychological horror movies. Oh my God. Jesus. Yeah, so that's, I think it's not, for years I always said I couldn't do horror movies. But I went to see Candyman, and I went, I went to see Candyman.
Pussy!
And what else? What was the other one I went to see? Candyman and
something rings.
No, that was with Carl. That was the 7 Xing Shang Shu or something on the 10 Deadly Rings. Candyman. Was there not another one I went to the pictures to see? No. I can't remember. Anyway, so I thought it was.
Are you sure it was a joke, Siobhan? That counts as harassment. Get her jailed. You're jailbird.
It's a statute of limitations over.
Statute of limitations does not apply to any harassment. And second of all, like I said, if you go to jail, become the dominant bitch.
Yeah, I heard that, Sarah. But yeah, it's the psychological thrillers I can't do, or psychological
I hate men.
um
Penis.
no, I've totally lost. I've lost my track.
I know that's because.
Oh my God, Siobhan, I'm not even going there because I can't remember.
Why am I going to bed? Why? Do you know what? The amount of people who told me to go to bed recently is not funny.
Yeah, it's the psychological. Do you know it's not even so much. It's even psychological thrillers. Psychological thrillers are. Anything that messes with my mind, I don't like. Killer clowns, stuff like that doesn't actually bother me.
Do you know they?
Oh, she said you're non-stop yawning.
Oh, right. Oh.
Apologise for yawning. People think they're boring you.
They're not. I'm just incredibly tired because somebody came in at an unreasonable hour of the night.
I told my mum I'd be late home.
You didn't tell fucking me.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Oh,
what? Squidgy poop.
Sorry, hi Kim. Sorry, and I saw you coming in, and I don't know what happened. We got distracted, but you're very welcome. I'm late to the party, but we'll go back and watch the replay. Has anyone been to Enniskillen? We are booking a trip in March, COVID willing, and have to be. Why Enniskillen? I've been to Enniskillen. I just don't know what the attraction is. Kim, tell us why you going to Enniskillen, love. Hopefully Santander got double jet. And the elves. Kerry, how many times have you interrupted your mum's train of thoughts? Good woman, Orla.
I'm always there.
You telling your mum and no one else. Do you know what, Siobhan? If my mummy knows where I am, I'm okay. No one else's business.
I always interrupt your thoughts, even when I'm not there.
True. Yes. You're going to the lake. Are you hiring a boat?
I like boats.
We hired a boat and we went up the Shannon, up towards Enniskillen. You look exhausted, love.
I wonder why that is, mother.
Go to bed.
All right, I'm going to bed.
Say no night.
Night.
It is actually, we rented a boat. We 7 berth, I think we rented on the Shannon, and we went up towards Enniskillen. We didn't get as high as Enniskillen, but it's absolutely fun. If you're renting a boat, it'd be a fun night. A fun night. I'm reading good night, Kerry. It'd be a fun few days. No, Kerry and our view. No, I'd say Siobhan, one eye is always open. Yeah, there's not that this is sponsored. The ones we hired through were Carry Craft. There's also Emerald Craft. I think it can be quite. It can be a bit expensive. It's not overly expensive, but it's good fun. We stopped and we used to, when we docked, I was going to say berthed, we didn't berth. When we docked, we used to go up to the town and like get stuff for salads and sit out. And you had like a seating area. We'd sit around. Now, my kids were smaller at the time. Haley had long hair, so it was a while back. But it was brilliant. It was good. That's one thing I'd love to do again. The only thing is, as I said, it can be a little bit expensive. But then if you were renting a house to stay in for 7 people, you know, so it's not that bad. But oh no, that was one holiday. And you're just, I was going to say driving. You're not driving. You're boating. What are you doing? You're cruising along the Shannon, and you can stop where you want. You can, you know, if you're the type of people that don't get stressed over really small, like you have to go through a lock and you have to do certain things. But no, it was just gorgeous. We used to dock up in the evening, just sit around, have our like salads and stuff, and you know, like a big spread. And the kids loved it. Oh yeah. Oh no. See, well, none of us get seasick. Haley gets a bit seasick, but she always wears the bands. But because you're on, it was very relaxing. Mommy, you came with us. Because it was on the river and into lakes, it was quite calm because obviously they're not non-tidal. The other thing is, I think, look, we went to Loch Derg, and I think that was a little bit, what was a bit of a storm coming in. Nothing major. But luckily, none of us. Grandma was going to say, Mommy, you get seasick sometimes. But no, because it's on a river, it's quite calm. Where would you recommend going in Ireland? Looking for somewhere to go. Well, I'm a big lover of Killarney. I love the buzz. I love the atmosphere. I love that whole setting when you're sitting out and you're eating and stuff in Killarney. I also love the fact that that's near, if you like to drive, you could drive into, and there's lovely, scenery. If a go-to weekend for me would be to go to Killarney, because I love the pace of life down there. But I go down to Connemara if you're looking for scenery. Where would I recommend? I don't know really. I don't know. I have to think about that. Mummy has done actually. One year, her and my dad went, and they went around all the islands of Ireland that you can access by boat or different thing. Travel bans. Now, funny enough, Hayley used to get seasick. She used to get all that. In a car, anywhere she would feel sick. We used to have the travel sickness tablets, but they used to make her very, very drowsy, and she didn't like that at all. She didn't like feeling drowsy. And we got her the bands. Now, I don't know if it's because she knows that the bands for travel that they help, or if they actually do help, but they go on the pressure points on her wrists. But if I was going on like a long ferry, as in if I was going to France or even the 4 hour over to the UK, I would always buy the one that goes, obviously the 2 pressure points on the wrist, and you can get one that's for the ear you can put on, and that's very effective. So can we just, if you want to try it natural, because as I said, Hayley really did not like feeling drowsy. She didn't like feeling not fully with it, if that made sense. Cork, I like Cork. Killarney, never really, or Kilkenny, I think I've only been to Kilkenny once. Galway City, I love the buzz of Galway City. I love sitting in the coffee shops, watching the student life, watching life going around. I think it's a real nice city. For me, it's a city I feel safe in. That's it. It depends on what you're looking for, Chloe. Like if you're looking for nightlife, if you're looking for scenery, or if you're looking just for somewhere to walk around with an atmosphere, it would be all depend on that. Belfast. I haven't been to Belfast in just 3 years ago. I think it might be, Mummy. I think I was with you when we went up. Waterford. Funny, I like Waterford. I think Waterford's a little sort of bit of a hidden gem. Oh, I'd love to go to Bucharest, Romania in February. Do you know where I'd love to go? Romania. You know where Bram Stoker set the Dracula? Is it the Black Forest? I'd love to go. I'd actually love to see that castle. I think you can still see the castle. I remember looking online. I think you can still see it. Oh, Sarah, I envy you. Yeah, it's like sorry, Chloe, the ear one, it's like magnetics. And it literally goes where your ear would be pierced, if that makes sense. Romania, yeah. Yeah, that's how they work. It's a pressure point on the ear. They're good. Sometimes, as I said, if I'm going longer, I tend to bring different things that she can, because sometimes the bands, she feels they fade a little maybe. So she'd take them off. Transylvania, that's it. I'm sorry, my words are, I'm tired. And I'd try and look for different things. There was one where if you put Oh, we were on a boat, a ferry once. I was traveling with 3 kids. They were small. And this woman was sitting sort of a table or 2 over from me. And the little girl was saying that she was feeling sick. And I don't know if it was the mother or the grandmother said, give her a salt sandwich and make her sick. She'll feel better for it. And we all know with travel sickness, excuse me, we all know with travel sickness, you start getting sick, you don't stop till that motion stops. Oh, I was so angry. Peggy, you're heading off to bed. Okay. You're welcome, Peggy. I hope everything goes okay and, you all get through this time. I really do. Such a sad time. Kim, hopefully stunning scenery. Where I'm missing what Kim said. Hang on. Sorry, Romania. Romania, I'd have to say, will be on one of my bucket lists. I'd love to see Romania. I'd love to see places that aren't traditionally touristy. Like we all know about the Costas in Spain and stuff. I'd love, do you know what I mean? See places that aren't as crazy touristy wise. Mind you, I don't think anywhere's as crazy touristy wise anymore, is it? Everything seems to, what is going on, lads? Can we get in or out of the country, or what's happening? I'm getting to the stage where I haven't a clue whether I'm meant to be coming or going. I actually went into today, I was in the ILAC Centre. Haven't been in the ILAC Centre, I'd say about 20 years. Got free parking, mind. Anyway, irrelevant. I was in there to do, ended up in the ILAC Centre. Anyway, so and the amount of people walking around with no masks, no nothing on, I just thought, wow, okay. Russia. Siobhan, tell you a funny story about Russia. My aunt her husband doesn't travel. And she had booked to go, and one of these where you go like on a guided tour, you get on and you're met at the other end and there's a group of all random strangers, and then you go and it's tours and hotels and stuff, yeah. So she said fine, off she went. She went to the airport, got off the plane, landed in Russia, and they said, sorry, you have your husband's passport. She was detained in Russia. See, that my aunt that went, that was the only time I've ever heard of someone going to Russia. Yeah, but how she got all the way to Russia on his passport, and I mean, it's not as if like she's red hair, he's black hair. Like it's not, they're not even where you'd go, oh, they could be related. They're, apart from being like obviously one male, one female. Yeah, we were so fortunate in Europe to be so close to so many different countries. Yeah, I think we are, and I think people forget that we're so close to different, and each country has their own culture, their own thing, and it's easy to forget and become blasé with that. Yeah, I've seen queues, not so much at Dublin Airport, but at Heathrow and Gatwick. They were queuing for 2-3 hours to get out of the airport. Just crazy. But yeah, so Russia, I think, yeah, I'd love to see St. Petersburg. With the buildings that have the ornate tops on them and stuff, they look so beautiful. They really do. You want to visit the Vatican? Isn't the Vatican tiny? It's like a really small. Would that be lovely to go to Rome and see it? I've actually, in all the places I've been, and I think I worked it out, some like 15 different countries I've been to. I've never been to Italy. I don't think. No, I haven't. I've definitely never been. The Ukraine. Yeah. It's even just for a weekend or a couple of days, just to sort of get in a plane and go, I was there. Mom went to Croatia. No. Did you go to Montenegro? And you had to fly into Croatia because it doesn't have Montenegro doesn't have an airport. Yeah, Siobhan, it's huge, is it? I thought the Vatican was quite. No, Chloe, I haven't a clue. Not a clue. I actually think. Sorry, let me just go back. I didn't realise the Vatican was very big. I actually thought it was quite small. Obviously, it's a city within the city of Rome. It's a country. It's a recognised some country, isn't it? Any idea? No, Chloe, I haven't a clue what's going on with restrictions. I've actually lost, not that I've lost interest, but I just haven't a clue. They're so confusing. I heard that only weddings now, from the 20th, I think, 20th September, going forward, are allowed to have a live band. I know somebody who was at a wedding a week ago and had live bands. And yet they're not meant to be. So I haven't a clue. And I think it's just once you generally stick in or around the rules, you're okay. Did you ever see 100 Ways to Kill Your Mom? Yeah, that's with Baz, wasn't it? Wasn't that his name, Baz? Baz? To visit the Pope? No, I never. I used to see, because I think it was on Sky, wasn't it? On Sky One. I never got. I don't have Sky. And I'm not a big TV watcher. I'd watch Netflix or Disney Plus. I'm not a live TV type of person. But I didn't know it had its own currency. God, I'll have to look that up. Or anybody who's got, because I can't movies off my screen. I don't know. A live band, but no dancing. But then I know someone who was at a wedding a week ago, and there was a live band dancing, and then when the live band finished, they put on a DJ for more dancing. Documentary. Can you imagine, Sharon? Oh, that'd be fun. That would be fun. I actually said I'd love to just, turn up at the airport on a Monday and go, where is the next flight out of, or next cheapest flight out of? And if they turn around and say, right, you're going here, just go there. I thought they were hoping all the restrictions be dropped nearer Christmas, Siobhan. 22nd of October. I know in Dublin, they were saying that they were going to stop. Do you know if you had like a food court, that they were going to stop looking for people to give the COVID certs? You no longer had to show them, so why the hell have we all got them? I'm giving up. New dance move, Siobhan. Chair twerk. Oh my God. But yeah, I think every country could have got locked down in a different country. I think it's all, apart from masks, is gone. Oh, really? Okay. Guys, I hope. Girls on tour. Can you imagine? Jesus, yeah, you're back. Okay, sorry. I probably moved me something funny. But yeah, so, yeah, I actually, excuse me, it's like if I've tickled my throat. I'll organise it. No better woman. Sarah, can you imagine? Jesus Christ. Oh, I don't know. I've lost my train of thought again. Lads, I must be tired. And our bus and all. Jesus Christ. I don't know. Do you know what I'd actually love to do, even now? Just sort of something to do. Get the 4-hour ferry over to the UK. Get off. Buy a sticker rocket. Get 4 hours coming back on the ferry. Orla's coach tours. Oh my God, can you imagine? I am. And do you know what, Siobhan? It was all, this is what I was saying, it was all very last minute. My friend got a phone call to say, you have been offered an apartment, you've got to take it now and you've got to move in tomorrow. And it was just mental. Absolutely mental. Did you get any thunder? Was meant to be on 24-hour warning. Yeah, we were on a 24. Yeah, the whole country, I think, is I think the whole country is on a yellow warning. But all we've got is fog. Yeah, I'm going to head to bed, lads. I can't even get any words out. They're all mixed up. So I will talk to you. I have, Siobhan, you've no idea. Building sofas and nowhere to sleep, nowhere to sit, cement floors. Oh my Jesus Christ, it was just mental. Pick up a few French men, a few Spanish men, Italians, tickle your fancy. You name it, we'll be getting it. Oh my God, guys. No, Chloe heard nothing. What's Chloe's? No, nothing. Chloe, mummy. Mom had thunder. And she'd no liking. Right, guys, I'm going to go. I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to try and sleep and try and get my words back in my mouth. And I will talk to you all very, very soon again. Take care of yourselves. Night.